Hey everyone, welcome back to the Torana Resurrection Build series. In this video, we've got some pretty monumental updates. For the first time since the accident, the Torana's finally starting to look like a car again. It's been a hell of a journey. We've found past hidden damage that we never knew was there. We've had to undo years of dodgy repairs, and now we're rebuilding the structure from the inside out. But now we're finally starting to turn a page. In these episodes, we're diving into the bones of the car and setting the stage for all the custom work that's coming next. And finally got that rear quarter in place, but we'll get to that at the end of the episode. If you're new here, here's a quick catch up. I crashed my Torana into a tree and down an embankment up on a mountain pass. It was written off by insurance, but I'm bringing it back to life with the help of some of the most talented guys in the industry. In episode 1, we kicked off the rebuild. Episode 2, we tore the car down, uncovered a heap of hidden damage that we didn't even know was there, and then started pulling it all straight. Episode 3, I revealed the vision for the build. I unveiled my project renders for the very first time and also shared some of the custom 3D parts that we're making for the build. And now, we're finally starting to put steel back into the car and bring it back to life. If you're into this sort of content, make sure you hit like on the video, subscribe to the channel, make sure you also hit the bell notification so you're always up to date when the latest video drops. Anyway, let's jump into it. Quick reminder, this build series is powered by my business, The Render Garage. So whether you're building something wild or you just want to see your car visualized before you even turn a spanner, we can help bring your vision to life with some digital 3D project renders. Dream it, visualize it, build it. That's our motto. If you're keen to work together, my contact details are in the description. Let's get back to it. There's a bit to get through today. Dale's made some serious steps forward since we were down there last in episode 2. So rather than have me explain it, here's a collection of raw videos that Dale's been sending me over the last few weeks while he's been working on the car. I've stitched them together to try and tell the story about what he's been doing. It's raw, but it's real. But it gives you a proper behind the scenes of what he's been dealing with.
All right, everyone, just thought I'd give you a little bit of raw sort of footage and the battles you go through with doing a Torana like this. So I'll show you a couple of little things, what we're dealing with. It's a little bit tricky, so let's get going. So this is the wheel tub. I was going to originally use this inner, but turns out she's just a little bit too rusty. So obviously you can section that, but I'd rather keep it all one. And you can see I've cut all that out. I did start unpicking it and then I noticed that it was pretty rusty. There's the outside of the other quarter. But I've got Ari's from Ari's car, so I'm gonna clean this up, use this one. And then if we go back over, this is the piece that we tapped up that was quite badly bent, and I put it in the original paint markings just for now. So I've obviously clamped it, but I'm going to tech screw it together, sit it back in the car. This is a donut panel that we got from Tamworth from a follower. A little bit of rust there, but I do plan on sort of cutting through there, and you can see here a little bit of rust through here. So I'm just going to replace this top section so I've got a really good base to weld to the new quarter panel to. And there's just a little bit of damage there, but that's no big deal. So we look pretty good there. And it's all been sanded up and cleaned up. We come to the other side, she's a bit rusty down here, but the old section, the front piece was good. So I'll graft that in. And then I already have an outer for this, but I'll hand make a inner section for these couple of bits right here. And then we'll go over the car and I'll show you a couple of other bits. Have a look at this. This is why they introduced repair procedures, I think. This is crazy, scary, dangerous. Imagine if that accident there was here with a passenger in the car. This is your inner. You can see here, it's not even welded. And then all I've got to do is pull on it. It's actually separating. So just adding to this, if you look at this, that is the inner the inner structure that's thicker than the actual panel steel is not even welded. It is welded through the back, but, and then the welds here haven't even stuck. So yeah, wow. Very lucky that the accident wasn't even more. And then you go down here, look at here. Look at that crease. That's all the old damage. They never fixed it. And then there, overlapped it. Nice welds. Hello. This is where it gets a little bit tricky. So, it being a cut and shut, it's just been welded over the top of everything. So this is our panel that we need, but then we've got this panel which is the factory inner tub. We need this off, but then it's got another bit there. But then it's got all this weld here too. We've got to try and clean all that up and go back. So something that normally takes you a few hours, you sort of double it because you've got to get 2 lots of panels off really. And then it's quite badly damaged in here from the previous accident, so I will just make a new flat section there, but this is where it's complicated. So in here, this is your inner structure. This is your main strong point of your car. This is actually like, it's not 1 mil, but it'd be about 1.2, thereabouts. But you can see where it's been put over the top. So, and then that lip here is meant to be flat with this one, but that's still pushed up. So if I cut this out, take it out, and then I can tap the inner down and make that nice and give myself a nice base to start with. That will be the go. So all this will be all new. This will be new. Obviously I'll have to make a new one of these because you can't buy them. And then I'm just going to make a new inner piece here. This is the bit right through here. I'm going to replace the whole lot. Got some cracks through there. It's just ugly. So I'm going to cut up through here and probably down through here and along this line to get to that inner, because it's starting to, you can see that. It's like chewed away there. So I'm going to brace all this inner and then put the outer capping back on just for a peace of mind. It'll probably take me a day of stuffing around, but I think it's going to be better in the long run.
So now you're caught up on that, let's head back down to see Dale at Ward Paint Fabrication. Let's see how far we've come and how close we are to a real turning point. All right, we're back down here with Dale now. So let's do a quick run around the car and we'll have a chat with Dale and we'll work out basically what he's done since that last video you saw. And yeah, we'll get up to speed with it. All right, so it's definitely changed since those last videos that we had a run through. Do you want to give us a quick guide of what we've been working on recently?
All right, so we're back. Last video I said about cleaning up this tub, which I've done that. I've unpicked it all, just Cleco together at the moment. I did tack weld it in there just to save a bit of moving and stuffing around. That's done. Around here we've now got a new piece put in here and that's all been pulled out. There's a nice sill lip there now.
Yeah, we didn't have that before, did you?
There was nothing there. Started making another piece that's sort of going to go roughly in there. And the ratchet strap's there to hold this in, to pull the inner in to get my measurement.
So we mentioned in the last week that you've got everything kind of square and sorted, at least in the back area.
Yeah, so it's about 95%. That last little bit of dialing in will be done once I've got a bit more structural integrity with the car. It's all a bit more clamped together and a bit stronger, because as you can imagine, everything's really, really flimsy. So once I sort the quarter out and clamp it together, I'll just finalize a few things and keep that all nice and square. This this, well, you would have seen the video, all the rust repairs are done with this outer at the top here. Probably not the best one, but that will just be tapped up and that will go back over there. Just doing it on the run. Yeah, just a quick little show people. So that sort of goes there.
Yep, starting to look complete through there.
Sort of, yeah. So it just gives everyone a bit of an idea on.
Yeah, so you've still got, like, as we were saying before, we've got the rust repairs to do around here.
Yeah, and I didn't want to do them without it being in the car because I can keep this bit nice and level to there. I didn't 100% know the heights and all that with that, so I've still got to build another inner to come off and go through there too, and then the quarter can attach to all that as well. I do have this B pillar here, and so what I was saying before, to get this actual whole piece from another car is almost not impossible. I'm sure there's one out there, but I was saying to Matt, more for safety. This is all covered, you don't see any of it all. So I plan on welding through here, and then I'm actually going to put a plate here, and I'm going to plug weld it, put 4 plug welds on it, and just a couple of stitches. So if the car's ever in another accident, we've got extra, it's got a bit of extra steel to tear through. Hopefully it's never in side impact like that. 9 times out of 10, I know the passengers are in this car, so. Yeah, and then I'm still got to make up another piece to go in here. So I said in the last video, I wanted to get rid of this join because I didn't like it and it looked a bit ugly. So Matt can show that. But if I flip that over, it's very ugly. So now I'll just I'll cut it up a little bit more and I'll just make my own to go in there. And obviously that's got to be deleted anyway because the new quarter panel and stuff. Yeah.
Quarter, yeah, you can kind of see the old paint marks. It comes up and over.
Yeah, it sits on top of that, and then you weld it all the way down and down through to here. So, and then obviously, yeah, we're going to join it up. Going to join it up under the drip rail.
Yeah, and you've already fixed these.
Yeah, so that wasn't actually, that wasn't welded at all.
Yeah.
And literally just fell apart. So yeah, just drill the holes out and then bit of a little bit of brass behind the holes and then plugged them up and then ground them down and made it all look pretty there.
You've done a little bit of tunnel work as well, you were telling me?
Yeah, so it had a really big crease through here. Did have a really big crease on the other side. And when I had pressure pulling on the angle, I was able to get under there and just gently massage it up. And it was a little bit tougher through this section there, but I'll just give that a bit more of a hammer and dolly up, just so it looks nice from underneath the car. You could sort of, when I was pulling on it, you could sort of, the driver's side of the tunnel, yeah, I heard it pop. So you could hear it, the creases and stuff coming out in all that. Yeah, so it was pretty good, actually.
What's the next plan? What's your next step?
Right now, next step is I'm going to rebuild that inner sill piece to work out this rusty piece to make all that all solid. Once I've gotten that there, that will be all tied in, welded. That will be nice and strong. And then I'm going to weld in the pillar and make my section for this piece. Now, once I've done that, the chassis being square and level the way it is now, everything from the chassis up is all a bit flimsy and a little bit all over the shop because everything just moves, but the chassis doesn't. So my idea is once I've gotten this to where I need it to, this piece here, it needs to come up. It's sort of rolled in on itself right here.
Here you kind of see the way it collapses down compared to the other side.
Yeah, so once I've got the structural side in the pillar, instead of the whole roof wanting to move, if the pillar's all welded and that height for the door opening is fine, then I'm going to bend this out, and then I'm going to start trimming up all the tail light buckets and getting rid of the old sections off of that. And then I'm going to trim up the brand new quarter we got, and then tie it all, start clamping it on, and
Just seeing how it fits.
yeah, just work out where I'm at with it. I'll be quite excited once I get to the point where I can use my Dremel gauge and start doing cross measurements for the hatch and start bolting the hatch lid on and like start seeing a gap and all that. Yeah. So once that's done, then I really got to, it's going to be kind of tricky because you can't buy them, but I've got to make 2 inners.
Yeah.
Where it was sliced through and smashed. So once I've got my quarter sitting on that I'm happy with, then I'll make the 2 inners.
Taking a look before,
Oh,
if you can see it. So this is the bit that, I'm not showing very well here. There you go. This is the bit that was,
yeah, that was already, it was already cut out.
something like this.
But if we have a look here, so that's actually, so that's your outer, that's the outer quarter. And then you got this inner, then you got, then that's another one as well. And then you got this backside. This piece, and those 2 pieces, I don't have at all. So I've got to make them.
Yeah. Which is basically, you can imagine that's this inside panel.
Yep.
And the other panel inside that panel.
Yes. Yeah.
So there's a lot we kind of can't see that just has to be fixed.
Yeah.
I don't think, I personally didn't think about it.
Yep.
I know you did. You know how much work's involved.
Yeah.
I personally didn't think that. Just the outer panel. You just take the damaged one off, whack the new one on, and job done.
Yeah. It's
There's so much more that like they put the.
it is hard because sometimes it looks like you spent a whole week on your car, but it looks like you've done nothing. But you've been hand making inner panels and all that. There's a lot to it. So, but
And Dale's a one-man shop here, so
yeah, and I've got other projects going on.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot of.
yeah, it's heaps to do.
But we're getting some really good progress now, and I'm super excited to see this next stage once you start dummy fitting this rear quarter up. So hopefully by the end of the video, that's what you guys are going to be watching.
Hopefully, yeah.
So for you guys, it's just a couple of minutes away. For us, it's a little bit.
It's about 30 hours.
Yeah.
A few moments later.
All right, we're back down here now, and if you can kind of see behind me there, the car, well, it doesn't have a gaping hole in it. So let's swing around, let's have a closer look at it, and yeah, see it as a complete car. Let's check it out. Ooh, look at that. How good is that?
Yeah.
It's just kind of held loosely in place at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, just trial fitted, just clamped on, just to sort of see where we're going with it.
Yeah, so even the inside, like the internals are just clamped.
Couple of tack welds and all Cleco together. So, yeah, just give us a guide.
Yeah, because it'll be on and off a couple of times, making sure everything measures up right before you actually put everything on.
Yeah, and it just gives us a guide. And then once I've sort of tweaked a few more bits, I'll pull the quarter off. But it's got to be all drilled and everything's got to be zinc sprayed. And
yeah,
we're going to make our inner piece up now, but we can sort of see how that's going. Sort of see where we're going with the door. But then the door's had a good hit here, and the door needs to be twisted. So lots of little finessing.
Yeah, but wow, it is so cool to see it without the damage in that quarter. It looks like it's looking like a car again for the first time for over 2 years.
Oh, it's 2 years? Yeah.
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 So, wow, man, I'm so excited.
Next step will be is to start welding all the inners.
Yeah. So yeah, next video, I guess there'll be more action and more sparks flying as it all kind of goes on. My goal once it's all on and once everything's in its actual final spot is to 3D scan that rear quarter, and then I can start designing my like rear flares and having some fun with that and getting to that part of the build. Honestly, seeing the car like that has me absolutely buzzing. It really feels like we've taken a massive leap forward, and now I can almost start dreaming of the day that we can unveil it and pull the covers off it for the first time. Maybe it might even be MotorX next year, who knows. Speaking of MotorX, if you're heading to Melbourne this weekend, make sure you come find me. I'll be at the Render Garage stand inside the Streak Machine Hall, which is the same spot as I've been the last few years. We're gonna have the full 3D project renders of the Torana on display, including the custom wheels that I haven't shared anywhere else yet. Plus, I'm also gonna have my DeLorean there. So make sure you swing past, come say good day, have a chat about your build or have a chat about the Torana. I'd love to see you all down there. Oh, one more thing. If you want to be a part of the journey and you want to get some merch on this, I've got a limited run of these Dream It, Visualize It, Build It Torana t-shirts. I'm going to have them at MotorX on my stand, or you can grab one off my website right now if you can't make it to MotorX. Thanks again for coming along on the rebuild journey with me. Until next time, go all in, build something incredible, and live your dream. See you in the next one.